Welcome to the UKOCR Community Podcast, presented by Obstacle Racing Media. Each episode, we'll be talking to race directors, elite runners, weekend warriors, and frankly, anyone else from the UKOCR scene that will talk to us. Here is your host, Alan, aka Muddy Duck.
Anywhere in Chicken Town. The bloody scene is bloody sad. The bloody news is bloody bad.
Greetings, friends, acquaintances, and anyone else who just happens to be listening. Welcome to another edition of the UKOCR podcast. I hope everyone's weekend's been really, really good. We've had New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. It's now Sunday for me. I've been super busy as well. As you might know, I've come down with the dreaded C word. Yeah, I've had that COVID bug, better known as man flu to some people. I've got to admit, it's a bit worse than man flu, or I think it is anyway. So I've been laid up at home. I managed to watch a couple of films, not like me as well. The Dawn Wall. If you've not seen it, I've got to recommend you watch it. Two guys climbing a mountain in Yosemite National Park. It takes them nearly 3 weeks to climb this vertical cliff face. They sleep on it. They have like tents just hanging from the side of it. Absolutely amazing, inspirational as well. Because one of the guys, he's lost a finger in an accident, a world-class climber as well. Yes, that's me. And I've been spending so much time doing the United Kingdom Obstacle Racing Awards, or wherever it's launch it. We're launching it. Watch this space. If you're listening to on Monday, you might find it's going to come out either today or Tuesday morning. It's one or the other, but keep an eye on it. It's going to be launched. It's all launched. The voting's going to be launched, I say. The voting's coming. The voting is here. Time to vote. Our shortlist has been done. Yeah. Anyway, back to today's podcast. So we've got on for you. Today I've got some people that Ian interviewed at Hyrox down in Birmingham. So we put them all together. Back to normal interviews next week, as in one person, but this week we thought we'd put a little bit of a mashup together again from Hyrox. So take a listen, and I'll speak to you soon.
So Jade, what are you doing here today?
So the second Hyrox of the UK season. Come down here after the London event to try out the Birmingham event.
So how did you find the first one in terms of actually running everything?
Yeah, so obviously coming off the back of Leipzig World Championships, it wasn't the greatest event for me in terms of performance. But then coming to London, doing an extra lap didn't leave a good taste in my mouth. I was sitting in second, close behind Dena, and then we both ended up doing a second lap, which put us right back. So I felt like there was some unfinished business in the Birmingham event today.
Yeah, I believe it's again 2.5 laps today, so hopefully your experience will help you. Thinking about London, was there any particular station that surprised you?
I think the sled, to be honest. I'd been practicing for pretty much the whole of this year, to be honest, with obviously the couple of events abroad. So my biggest focus has been working on the sled, and it actually felt quite light. So considering, a couple of the European events, even though it is the same way, I don't know why, but it seemed fairly light on the day, so I was chuffed with that.
Yeah, a few people have said. Was any a little bit harder than you anticipated?
I would say that the warbles and the lunges, just for the sheer fact that was the exact point I'd realised I'd done an extra lap. So, just kind of lost strategy really, and went a little bit too hard on the lunges, which left me, pretty done on the warbles, let's say.
So what's your strategy today then?
The strategy today for me, which remains the same to be honest, don't go out too hot, avoid redlining because it's very, very easy to do so. The ski erg has always been a bit of a sticky point for me, being so short, because I tend to try and keep up with everybody else's pace, and because it's so early on, sometimes I then get to the sled and I'm pretty much done for the rest of the event. So my strategy is to just go out steady, keep to my own pace and game plan, and don't try and compete with other people, and stay in my own lane basically.
Yeah, I think I saw in London that you kind of initially you were about 5th and 6th, but your strategy was to stay there and then make a move.
Yeah, absolutely. That is my strategy. You know, you can see, because it's such a new event in the UK as well, you see so many athletes kind of go off very, very hot. And, you know, my strategy is to just kind of stay probably until maybe like the sled pull, sort of like that midway, kind of get into the row, and then start to kind of kick on and use the endurance side of my OCR for my kind of, you know, my game plan, really.
So, speaking of OCR, have you got any OCRs coming up?
Actually, no, not this year. I am actually driving to Wales from this event to go and support a lot of my athletes who are racing tomorrow in the last of the last of the UK series. But this year has been quite challenging for me personally. I've had a couple of setbacks with a back injury in the middle of the summer, and then also experiencing chronic sinusitis, which wasn't the best. Took me out of training for about 3 weeks. So for me, I had to make kind of a decision whether I go one way or the other, and for me, you know, Hyrox was pretty, you know, quite a priority this year to get involved and see what it's all about, and I'm hoping to have a good combination next year.
So are you going to be in Manchester later on?
Absolutely, yeah. January, the hope is to be at Manchester, learn from these first couple of events, and you know, just grow every event that comes. So
have you got any sponsors, anything you'd like to plug?
Yeah, so obviously I want to shout out to Nocco, who have been incredibly supportive on this journey. I think that, you know, Nocco are actually supporting a lot of the Hyrox events in Europe. Obviously Puma have been absolutely incredible. And they've supported my journey all the way through this. Skins, Compression, they tend to support a lot of my OCR work, but they've still been behind my journey with Hyrox as well. And obviously Bulldog Gear, who I'm looking to meet up with in this event. They've actually sent a team down here, but they've helped me with my gym equipment, they've helped me with my home training during COVID. So yeah, those are the 4 plugs really that I just want to say a massive thank you to those guys.
Thank you so much, Jade. Thanks for your time.
You're so welcome. Thank you.
I'm James, I'm from Liverpool, and here to do my first Hyrox Pro Division event.
Yeah, I believe we spoke to you last time and you were doing the doubles.
Correct, I'd done the doubles last time with my partner Don. We had a great time. I think we came 3rd overall, which was a brilliant result for us. We have some really stiff competition with Hunter and Tom Hogan, so it was a great race, great to be a part of it, and now it's time to step out on my own and give it a go.
So is there anything you're thinking, this might be a little bit harder this time?
Definitely, I've got no support with Dom in this one, who was, you know, was really brilliant last time, took a share of the work, and you know, the weights are heavier. There's a lot more focus on being able to do the functional movements. You can't split that down. I'm quite comfortable with the running. It's something where I'm not too worried about, but you know, when you start putting all that weight on the sled and even the extra weight on the sandbag, it does make a difference, especially near the end. It starts adding up.
Have you got any particular strategy today?
Strategy, go hard or go home, isn't it? It's really just try and keep it sensible for the first quarter. Try and make sure that first bit of the races is not, you don't blow out, you don't go out with there's a couple of elites here today from all over really, and you know, knowing that they're going to go out hot and doing your own racing, having your own strategy is name of the game really for me.
Yeah, I believe some of the big Germans are coming here today. In terms of the workout station, is there anyone in particular you're looking forward to?
It's probably the run, yeah, just the 8 runs out of there, which is ideal for me really, because there's 8 of them instead of just one row or something like that. So not overly looking forward to any in particular on the functional side of it, but let's see if they can run with me. That's the question.
Yeah, you're a triathlete, if I remember.
Historically, yeah, I haven't done a tri for a while now, but it was my background and what I grew up doing was triathlon, so I've done a fair few big events there, so it's nice to change the sport, have a little dabble in something else and see how it comes out. But I'm enjoying it. It's been Hyrox has been great, and it's been really it's building and growing, and there's a great hype about it right now, so it's exciting to be a part of it.
Have you had a look at the map at all for this?
The map? No, I feel like you're worrying me now. Why?
Well, the layout is slightly different to London.
Right, okay, good to know. Follow the guy in front, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true, and don't do an extra lap.
Yeah, so it's 2.5 laps, I believe. So I'm not gonna say I can count to 2.5. I might end up doing 3 or 3.5, or you never know. So you don't know what happens when the blood's rushing to your legs and not your brain because you're working hard and you're not thinking. Accidents happen. So I'll try and stick to it and do it correctly. But I know that they've got time and chips, and if anyone goes wrong anywhere and does anything wrong, you end up getting a 3-minute penalty. So it all equates out in the end.
Yeah, it does. So have you got any sponsors, anything you like to plug?
No, nothing today. Just happy to be here. Really great to be a part of the Hyrox ambassador team, and also great to be working alongside the MyZone guys, because they're a really great team to be talking to and to be involved in and to be wearing the kit.
And where are you planning to go to after this?
Manchester. Manchester's the next event, isn't it? So to be fair, I'm thinking about going to Madrid as well. So might pop over there and show them how the British do.
Oh, that'll be an amazing thing. Thank you so much for your time, Jay.
No worries, thank you.
So my name is Markus Frison. I am from Saarbrücken, Germany. Yeah, it's directly at the lane to France. Yeah, not a big city.
So you're here today to do Hyrox Birmingham?
Yeah, we are here today to do the Hyrox Birmingham race, the Pro race. We are about to start in 1 hour. So yeah, I'm happy to be here.
So are you looking forward to racing in England then?
Yeah, I mean, it's my first time in the UK. I have a really great time here with MyZone and all the other people here in the UK. I'm happy to be here. I love it, and I'm looking forward to do much more races here, definitely, for sure.
I'm going to have to ask, what do you think of Birmingham?
Birmingham, so I didn't see so much of Birmingham, but it has, I feel like it has its own flair. Yeah, it's cool here, definitely.
So how have you done in the German events previously?
Yeah, I did a few, but not that much. So my first contact with Hyrox was the Virtual Championships last year. After that, I went into the Elite 12 race, where we have running at the Salt Runners. So my first really Hyrox race on the actual course was the World Championships this year in Leipzig. Yeah.
So was there any particular workout station that you love?
Which I love? What I love? I mean, I love the whole race. I would say the running is my baddest part of it, so I love all the powerful stations, but yeah, I mean, I love everything. I love the pain. Yeah.
Is there any workout station that you don't like the wall balls, or?
Well, I would say my weakest station would be the ski erg for sure, so I will just went easy on it, don't overpace it, and yeah, start into the race after that one. Yeah.
So you're here with Team MyZone. What do you think of your MyZone? We'll give you a chance to do a quick advert.
So I love MyZone. My first contact with them I had nearly, I think, 10 or 11 months ago at the Elite 12 race. Since that day, I'm using the MyZone belt in my training for myself. So yeah, I love it. It's really accurate. Great company, great people there, really helpful people, and yeah. Because of that, I was really happy that they reached out to me 2 or 3 weeks ago to jump into the MyZone team. So I am now here with MyZone, and I love it. Love every moment with them. Yeah.
Fantastic. Is there any strategy you have today? Don't worry, no one's going to listen to this till after the event.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, my goal for today is to run a PR and go, sub 65 minutes. It was a bit spontaneous today to start here, so I am definitely not on my peak. I went out from a training camp directly over to Birmingham. My strategy is to, just hold my head down and go, hold into the red zone and give everything I have, leave everything I have on the floor here, and do my really best. So, but if you ask me about my really strategy, the plan is to try to go really fast on the runs today to see how hard I can go there and don't hold back there, and do the stations on a bit slower pace.
No, that's usually a good strategy. So have you got any sponsors, anyone you'd like to plug outside of MyZone?
So I'm working with Artgerecht. It's a supplement company from Germany. They're doing supplements, but more in that science space. So I'm using the products since a few weeks now, and I love them. So I feel a lot better since I use them. It's also a great company. They support the young athletes here a lot, like myself. And I'm really happy to have Artgerecht and MyZone now in my journey this season. Yeah.
Fantastic. And which event are you planning next after this?
So my next race, it's hard to say. So normally my plan was to do Stuttgart next week. It's not far away from my home, so I think I will jump into it. no matter how I feel next week after Birmingham. And then we will see which events are waiting for me. We have a lot of events in Germany during the next month, so I think I will do a lot of races just to stay in race shape. I mean, races are the best training. You don't have to be on your peak at every race. Just go out, enjoy it, and have fun.
Could we possibly see you next year here in Manchester or London?
Yeah, I think so. So I think Manchester is definitely on my list. I would love to come back to the UK. So my zone, please bring me over.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, I have to thank you. I'm happy to be here. Thank you, man.
Hello, I'm Matt Rigby. I'm from Macclesfield and UKOCR coach.
So Matt, what were you doing here today?
Come to do Hyrox, innit? We'll give it a bash, see what it's all about. No pressure today, just try and enjoy the beasting that's going to come, and then see how we find this, and then maybe do Manchester next year.
So what training have you done for this Hyrox so far?
Obviously my background is in obstacle course racing, so I'm running and stuff all the time, and I generally do this sort of workout for obstacle course simulation. The other Friday I did purely just the 8 exercises in a go, one after the other with the no running bit, and did it in like 34 minutes. So we'll see how we get on with the running in between.
So is there any particular workout station that you're looking forward to?
The sled, or the prowler as you like to call it. Definitely. The weights I'm intrigued in. Oh, there's Dave Peters. We'll just see how it goes. Well, I'm not looking forward to the 100 wall balls at the end though. That is going to be grim, innit?
Yeah, the target always looks a little bit higher when we come here than it does when you're training. What are your thoughts on the size of a target?
I think the target's all right. I used to be based in a CrossFit gym, and I've just moved gyms now, and I've had Scotty Barker make me up a sign for my new gym for the height. So hopefully I'll be getting that next week, and then that'll go up, and then we can get a bit more of a practice in. But I've measured a new height in my gym, which seems to be good enough, and I've been using a 8 kilo ball, so whereas it's a 6 kilo for the men's open here, so hopefully should be okay with that.
So you mentioned you're running open today, is that correct?
Yeah, open today, give it a dabble, see how we get on with it, just come to enjoy it, soak up the atmosphere, see the usual, like I say, the usual faces in and around the OCR scene. Seen Dave Peters, Mike Nolan's kicking around. He's just there he is, look, bless him. And yeah, a lot of people have decided to come here rather than make the soggy trek down to Wales to Spartan.
So after today, what other runs you got planned for the rest of the year?
Rest of the year is I've just got a 10k in November. And then that's it, just a 10k road race in November with Run Northwest. It's a local Wilmslow run, supporting these local races because we want them to stay around. Run Northwest put on some great events in Cheshire. So going to that one. My OCR season's finished, unfortunately, but it's been a good year. Racing's back.
So is there any particular team that you'd like to plug today?
Team, thank you for my run club members for their support. Team My Sports, I've run for Team My Sports and More, and recently backed by CB Leaf Organics and Mountain Fueled. So yeah.
And I'd like to give a shout out to Team Fundamentalist because Matt doesn't seem to want to, so I'll give that a shout out.
Said them at the start, didn't I?
You probably did. We'll listen back.
Yeah, my run club's been amazing. I've sent them the details of the UKOCR podcast to try and get a look because they got a mention in the latest episodes. Whether anyone will listen to it or not, I don't know. But hopefully we can get some of them, the run club guys, involved next year and see if anyone will do a bit of a crossover dabble.
Thank you so much, Matt, for your time.
Cheers, Ian. Thank you.
Dave Peters, I come from Milton Keynes, run an obstacle training gym and a Hyrox training gym down just outside Milton Keynes in Swanbourne.
So what have you been up to today, Dave?
So I took part in the Hyrox Open category, killed me a little bit, but it was good fun. It's worked me hard. it's kind of maybe a little bit different to I kind of thought it was going to be. It was a big old sort of taxing on the legs a lot more than I figured. I thought it was going to be a bit more sort of posterior chain on the hip chain, but actually it was a lot of quad work and the quads are killed up. But yeah, it was good fun. Plenty of different stations alternating between the runs and the workouts and the different stations. Bit of pushing, pulling, sleds, wall balls, bodyweight exercises. Yeah, it's good.
So, what was your favourite workout station?
Favourite's a hard thing to put down.
Okay, least favourite.
Yeah, I think the sleds both push and pull. I think because they test you so much, I think they were probably the best things in terms of sort of getting your head down and grunt work. Really, get your head down, push hard.
So, least favourite?
Wall balls. I think most people will probably agree. It's right at the end. 100 reps is a lot as well, and it breaks him down. I was sitting there. I think I was hitting 5 reps by the end of it. So it's it was tough.
Yeah, lots of people say that 100 wall balls in the gym are different to 100 wall balls here.
Yeah, like million percent. Like I'm sitting there throwing a wall ball that's heavier in the gym training, and then here it's a totally different thing altogether. I think you put them all together in there, and just the little bits of running in between the stations as well. It taxes you a lot more than you think. It's a bit hotter than I'm used to as well. So yeah, totally different to the gym. Yeah.
Yes, people say that they don't anticipate how hot it's going to get in there.
Yeah, I think you maybe just take it for granted, especially because most of my racing in the past has been in obstacle racing. It's outside, so you can cool down a lot easier, whereas inside, kind of, you should expect it really a bit more, I suppose, being in an indoor event and so many bodies in there. But yeah, for me, I struggle with the heat anyway, so it pays in my favour when it comes to cold obstacle racing, but it's not so much when you're indoors fitness competitions.
And what about the atmosphere at Hyrox?
Yeah, it's absolutely buzzing. I think everyone's there is really supportive, not just from people that come to support you, but everyone's there giving you cheering, and the marshals are incredible as well. I think it also just goes to show that you put a good package together for the marshals, and you really do get benefit from that. You get some support as well as numbers that you need as well to run an event like that, and it's really professional. But yeah, the great atmosphere in there, good camaraderie between athletes as well. Yeah.
And let's be honest, it's probably nicer here than Spartan Wales in terms of weather.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie. This morning I was quite happy that I wasn't going to Wales today. Yeah, so yeah, that was quite a good thing as well.
So Dave, what have you got planned for the rest of this year, early next?
So I'm going to head out to Holland. I'm going to head out and do the hang-on race at the end of November. And apart from that, it's just training for the Hyrox season again. So that's January, back to Hyrox, step up a level, go into the higher divisions, and yeah, just get some training and under my belt over the winter.
So prom ends at Manchester?
Yeah, supposedly, yeah. I'm signed up to it, so we'll see how that goes, yeah.
So I know you've been on podcasts, but is there anything you'd like to plug?
Good question. We do a lot of training. We do the Hyrox training down at our place at Rumble, as well as the OCR scene. I think we're well known for the obstacle training, but we're a Hyrox affiliate as well, so if anyone's got interest in the Hyrox events, put himself into some training and want some support or guidance, even if you've just got a few questions on it, get ahead in, get involved with us, drop us a message, and we're happy to help. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Any final words?
No, just had a really great day, and I think anyone who hasn't stepped in and done it, they should get involved. It's good to see quite a few OCR heads out here as well, and getting the fitness in over winter can be hard sometimes, and this can give you some focus to get there. So if you've looked at this and you've thought about it and you thought maybe it looks too hard, definitely take it on. It's got a little something for everyone with the different categories as well, so there's no reason why you can't get involved.
Fantastic. Dave, thank you so much.
No problem, mate, yeah.
So we're here with Dena Hogan after her race. Dena, how'd you get on today?
Probably wasn't one of my best races. I was 1:16, and that's a little bit slower than 1:08, which I did in Germany. Had a bit of a nightmare with a sled that wouldn't budge. After a few minutes I actually ended up changing sled and got on with the job, but I was happy with everything else, and I ran well, so it was a good overall. I think I won my age group and 4th overall.
Yeah, I believe if I'm correct, I think the carpet was a bit different today.
I think people are saying overall the sleds felt heavier. Now, I have to say, I agree. I did feel they felt a bit heavier than London, but that's just part of Hyrox, so you just have to get on board with that. I suppose it's just like a triathlon course. If you have hills or, that's part of the race, so...
Yeah, it is kind of funny that it's meant to be the same thing every time, but even that course today was slightly different.
Yeah, I suppose that is what they mark it on, and the sled just seems to be slightly different. But I think the thing to remember, which a lot of people maybe get caught up as. It's the same for everybody that day. So if you're not comparing, your time this, your time that, like, just compare where you were on the day. It doesn't make a difference. It's like having a windy 10k course. It's the same for everybody. So.
No, that makes perfect sense. But yeah, the way it was mapped out today was definitely different from London as well.
Yeah. I think so. All the stations were pushed into kind of one corner. I actually really liked the course today. I found it really easy to follow, and I definitely enjoyed the event. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. From a media point of view, it was really easy to go from place to place, so I appreciate that, Hyrox. So thank you, Hyrox, if you listen to this. But in terms of what's next for you?
What's next? I think I'll end up supporting Tom, because he was supposed to race today and he didn't. So I'd say he'll want to squeeze one in now. So I'll probably be chief supporter. I think I'm going to knock out maybe a little half marathon or something like that before Christmas. Just keep ticking over. Concentrate on the running, which is, I suppose, my passion first of all. And just keep training. I'll definitely hit Manchester back up. And try maybe and get across to Europe.
Which I know there's a lot of Hyrox out there, which would be quite cool. So, thinking back to today, what do you think of the other ladies who are running today?
So there's just some really fierce, strong women out there, and it's just going to get harder, like, of course, because it's like anything. Hyrox is growing in popularity. The women are getting faster, they're getting stronger, so it's just about trying to keep up, especially with these young fit athletes that are coming up. I think I could actually be some of their mums at this stage. I've got children the same age as them, but we're still there. So as long as I'm still finishing and I'm still standing at the end, I'll keep racing.
To be fair, you couldn't tell any kind of age difference today, just so you're aware.
You're too kind, I don't know. You'll probably tell tomorrow when I can't walk and they're probably back in the gym. But I'm just keeping up. The kids are really into everything as well, so it's good just to be able to still manage to do whatever they want to do, and that's the goal.
Yeah, you had a lot of fans here today, didn't you?
It was the first Hyrox event that 3 out of 4 children came to, so that was amazing. They were cheering me on. They also counted my laps, so I didn't make that mistake. I haven't been able to live that down since London. Now, ma'am, remember how many? So that was good. All in all, a really good day, a really good event put on by Hyrox. They're great events.
Yeah, on the laps, even I can't keep track at this stage.
Yeah, and I think today was a lot easier. I believe in London I wasn't the only person to do it. I think actually a lot of people did it, whereas today I think there was only one mixed or one double team that kind of ran an extra lap or didn't do it. But anyway, it was a lot easier today to follow.
No, it was a great, and of course the atmosphere is always rocking at Hyrox.
Yeah, it really is. It's like, I compare it to like Ironman events and stuff. You've got the whole buzz, and especially with it all being so condensed under one roof, it's great.
And one final thing, have you got anything to plug, any sponsors?
No sponsors, no plugs. The only sponsor I have is Tom. He's absolutely great. You know, he always puts my training and the kids' training first, and that poor man gets the dregs of time, whatever's left over. He's my sponsor.
Dena, thank you so much.
You're welcome, thank you.
Hi, I'm Eddie Whetton and I'm from HX1.
So Eddie, we're at Hyrox. What event did you do today?
So I did the mixed doubles with a female partner from my gym. It's her first time doing a Hyrox event, so I brought her along to see what it's all about. You
brought her along to do most of the work, yeah?
Yeah, you know, you've got to always have a secret weapon, mate, and I was bringing her to do as much as I could. But yeah, it was good. She did really well, so yeah, all good.
How did you get on?
Do you know, it was absolutely flying. Did really, really well, and I just lost that split concentration for a certain amount of time, and I cut the laps short. I should have done 2.5 laps, and I was coming in. I think we come in for 3 of the laps, and we only completed 2, where we should have done the 2 3/4. So we ended up with a 9-minute penalty, which set us in about 8th position, I think, or 10th, something like that now. So a little bit disappointed, but it's the nature of the beast. If you switch off for that split second, it costs you dearly. So.
Yeah, we've seen that a lot at Hyrox in the UK, haven't we? Just the additional lap.
Yeah, it's just that extra lap when you go around and you do that extra bit. It's just because you sort of switch off and you get in the zone and you start running and you're looking at different competitors. You lose that concentration for that split second and you almost think, I'm on my first lap, second lap. It really is easy to lose that split concentration, which in this case obviously cost us dearly because we was somewhere near the top, I think. So it is what it is.
So in terms of the stations, which station did you like today?
Farmers Carry I found really easy today. When we did the one in London a few weeks back, I found the sled push was quite easy, but then I've come to it today and the sled push was completely different. It sort of took me by surprise, if anything. I was a bit like, hey up. But definitely today was Farmers Carry for me all day long.
Yeah, a few people have said like the carpet seems to be a bit thicker or something.
Yeah, I found that even with the pull and push today, I noticed it was just sort of roughing up, and you could tell with the burpee broad jumps as well. As you was doing those, you could, the force of your landing forward, you could see the carpet rolling up on your feet there as well. So, yeah, the carpet weren't down the best, but that's no excuses. It is what it is.
I believe you're not done today, though.
No, I've got another event. I'm going off in about an hour and a half. I'm doing a mixed relay. So there's 4 of us competing in that, which will consist of obviously a 2k run each and 2 sets of exercises each. So it'll be good.
So which exercises have you earmarked for you?
I'm going to go for the sled push, which I've just been whinging about. Sled push and Farmers Carry.
And what's your strategy as a team? Are you basically going to bomb it round, or?
We're going to try and have a crack at it. We certainly want to try and do well. So, but we're going to try and break it round where each one we do a K run and an exercise and get a little bit of a rest. There is going to be times, and obviously, it all depends what number the stations are of how that will end up. But that's what we're going for. We're going for 1K run, an exercise, and then rest. And that's the plan. That's the strategy. That's the plan.
So, who are your teammates?
I've got Robert Hasselgrove, Becky Mars, and Stacey Horner there in my team. Stacey's from my gym, and Becky and Rob train together. I can't remember the name of their gym, but they're based in London anyway. So,
didn't you all do the mixed doubles earlier then?
No, the mixed I did mixed with Stacey from my gym, which was a 2-team, basically a mixed doubles, and this is a new one that they brought into Hyrox now, which is a relay. So it splits 4 of you. So you do your 2k each, 2 lots of exercises each. So it should be good. I'm looking forward to this. So see how it goes.
So what have you got planned for the rest of the year, though? We're almost at the end of the year.
I'm going to rest up because I'm suffering with a bit of a calf injury at the minute. So I'm going to rest up for a couple of weeks, start training gradually, bring it back in, and then I'm still going to hit my training hard, ready for Manchester just after Christmas.
So any OCRs in 2022?
Not too sure yet, mate. I don't know if to have a tickle back at Spartan or anything, but I feel as if my time at Spartan and OCR have been brilliant, and it's brought me closer to friends that I didn't realise that I'd got, sort of thing. I've got good friends out of it and met lovely people. I mean, I still love the community, and the OCRs, that they'll always be part of you, sort of thing. But I'm concentrating more on the Hyrox stuff at the minute. But you never say never, never.
So anything to plug?
Not really, no, not really. I'm literally just trying to concentrate and get my head into the game of this mixed relay at the minute. I'm trying to, because I'm suffering with my calf. I'm just trying to, trying to get my head into that. But none of this would be possible without obviously your support and your sponsors and that you get. And I'm dead lucky with the people that I have on board. So yeah, it's all good. So
fantastic. Thank you so much for your time, Eddie.
Thank you very much.
So we're here again with Jade. She's just finished the women's pro. So Jade, how did it go?
To be honest, it went really well. I thought that, I came with no kind of expectations or intentions today. With it just being the last event of a challenging year, it's a good outcome. I just wanted to come and enjoy it, get back out there after, like I said, after a really bad, stint of, being poorly, basically. Just get out there and enjoy it. So yeah, it's been amazing. I must mention as well, obviously one of my athletes has just won the Pro Women and won the whole event. So I'm chuffed to bits for her, actually, more than even myself. So yeah, it's been really good.
Don't forget to give a plug and a name shout there, Jade.
Yeah, so it's Olivia. It's got a very long name I might not be able to pronounce, so she's probably going to kill me if I don't. Give me 2 seconds. I can find it for you if you want me to. Hang on. It's a very tough name. Lukasewich. So yeah, it's Olivia Lukasewich. She's big on the Hyrox scene this year. She came, I think, third in London, and obviously just won now. So I'm super proud of her. We've been working together for the last 4 months, and I'm looking forward to taking her hopefully on the road to the Worlds as well.
Fantastic. That's in Vegas, I believe.
Yes, Vegas next year. I don't know whether it's March or April, but yeah, it's Vegas. So
it's a great place to hang out.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I've been to Vegas. It's awesome.
So, was there anything in particular that caught you by surprise today after London?
Interestingly, the sled felt a lot heavier than London. Might have just been me. As I said, I've been out of training for probably just under 3 weeks, so things are naturally going to feel a little bit heavier. The sled push and pull caught me by surprise today. They felt a little bit harder. The wall balls strategy went out the window. Was just trying to, me and Dena were side by side on the wall balls, battling for 4th place. So that was quite challenging. Strategy just goes when you're competing side by side with someone. So I would say that those 3 things. My running felt really strong. But yeah, those are probably the 3 things that caught me by surprise a little.
Yeah, I think the wall balls, it's a great finisher in a way, because you just see people going. It's great to watch. I don't know actually doing it, but yeah, it's great to watch. So in terms of your client base, I believe your clients have done quite well this weekend, other than Olivia.
Yeah, apart from Olivia, we've actually had some really good results as well. I've just literally looked at my phone after just getting across the finish line, because obviously I'm excited for those guys as well. We've had Connor Wickens, who's just won his age group series overall. I've literally just had Diana Svitkova, who has won her series overall, I believe, age group. And yeah, I've got a few more updates that I'm going to probably check in a second, but we've had some amazing results all the way through this season, to be fair, in Spartan and OCR as well.
Yeah, sorry for putting you on the spot then. So apologies to all of Jade's clients who did awesome, who we haven't named yet, but you're all amazing. So Jade, what's after today? What's your plans?
My plans after today, this was a bit of a last-minute decision, Birmingham was. I actually only signed up, Amber will smack my wrist, one of the ladies that works at Hyrox, but I literally only signed up on Thursday. It wasn't actually on the agenda, but Jade being Jade needed to come out here and just give it a bit of a boost before. I had actually really wrapped the season up already last week, the week before last, but I just wanted to come out and enjoy it today, end the season on a bit of a high. For now, for me, it's switch off time, to be honest. Just wrap down the rest of the year, kind of reflect as well on some things that have been very, very challenging over the last year, and look to really start to progress forward into 2022. So there's no more events on the agenda now in this year.
So I'm going to have to ask you though, 2022, what are your plans?
I've got big plans. I'm not going to give out too much, but I am looking at a combination of Spartan and Hyrox. This year, obviously, I kind of leaned towards Hyrox with it being so new. My training had to take a bit of a change of direction, which kind of impacted the endurance. So I'm kind of in the process of learning my body in the difference between Hyrox and OCR. But next year, I think I've got that sweet spot now. So, the off-season for me is about combination of strength and endurance, and looking to do the Spartan UK series next year. Looking to probably get across to some European races as well, which I really want to do, and obviously all of the Hyrox. I have just literally been caught by Eddie Wheaton as well, who is a Knocko ambassador, and he just literally caught me as I was going to the toilet, asking me if I'd like to go to Madrid in December. So I'm trying so hard to say no, but there's a little part of me that wants to be like yes. There's obviously a Hyrox out there, but all in all, 2022 looks to be a good combination of the two, to be honest.
Fantastic. I think we asked you earlier if you had anything to plug, but if you had anything else, any final thoughts?
I think my final thoughts is probably just a shout out to every athlete that's come off the back of COVID and still been able to put their best foot forward this year. I definitely think that 2022 was a year of no events. 2021 was a year of growth. And 2022, sets to be the best year yet. So I think maybe just me saying, from dealing with a lot of athletes and working with them, I've seen the highs and the lows that people can experience during this time, and I think the comeback's going to be stronger than the pullback that COVID created. So hopefully just a massive good luck to everyone for the rest of this year.
Thank you so much, Jade.
You're welcome.
So Markus, we caught up to you earlier on. How did the race go?
So my race started pretty good today. I felt great on the third run. So after the sled push, had some stomach issues today. yeah, my stomach started crumbling. Was a big up and down during the race, and yeah, I just finished the race today.
And how was that sled push? People have said felt a bit heavier.
Yeah, it felt pretty heavy today. So, I mean, it was my fourth race today, and it never felt that heavy. It took me 6 minutes, and yeah, it was just crazy heavy. Yeah.
So, sled was hard. What was easy to you today?
So what was easy to me today depends on where my stomach wasn't hurting that much and crumbling. So I felt pretty good at the wall balls at the end, also at the Berwick Broad jumps, and at the beginning of the race, especially sled push and the ski erg. Everything else was just horrible.
Yeah, so it's one of them days which you'll go back and you'll just learn from. And was there anything in particular for your stomach issues? Was there anything you eaten or?
No, I mean, the food yesterday was a bit different than normally. I tried to eat today the same things I eat in Germany, so I brought my food with me for today and also for yesterday and for some meals. But yeah, I mean, things like that can happen at every race, and things like that are part of it. We have to deal with it, and yeah, I mean, looking forward to the next races.
So now you've done it, how does, other than the sled push, how does a Hyrox UK event compare to Hyrox Germany in terms of atmosphere?
So the atmosphere was great. So it was a bit louder in the arena today, more people in the arena today. Yeah, it was great. I felt like a family, great community here. I loved it.
Oh, that's good to hear. And I think Team MyZone was supporting you the whole way.
Yeah, MyZone was great. They pushed me through the whole race. Also, when they saw I didn't feel great, they were behind my back. And yeah, Team MyZone, thanks for that.
And you mentioned when we spoke to you earlier, you might go to Stuttgart next week. What are you thinking now?
So yeah, I mean, my head is now to go to the race in Stuttgart next week. And yeah, just do the time I wanted to do today. So goal for next week is to go sub 65. Still my goal, and I will give everything I have next week.
And hopefully get you to Vegas.
Yeah, hopefully we get me to Vegas. Yeah, that would be a dream, definitely. Yeah.
So, is there any final words, any final thoughts you'd like to say?
Yeah, I mean, guys, when you have bad days, don't break under it. So just, looking for the next races. It's hard to explain in English. So
you can explain in German.
I can explain in German. Yeah. Ich meine, when you have bad days, just have them ahead. It's part of it. It's part of life. Your next race can be better. Just work for it, and don't forget to have fun. I understand that it's hard to have bad days like that, but yeah, it's part of life.
Well, Markus, thank you so much for taking the time. I know it was hard to, you were very willing to give this interview, and I'm very thankful for you. But when days go bad, it's really nice. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I mean, I don't want to talk about the good things. Bad things are part of it, and I want to share the real insights on that, just some fake shit. Yeah.
Well, danke schön.
Yeah, thank you.
So I am here with the Northern Ninja, Steve. Steve, how did today go?
Not as planned, but I kind of thought it could happen this way. I had a little bit of a breakdown on course. I've got a little injury that's been playing up with me for a little while, and well, it didn't like today's workout, but I'll come back another time and have another play, try and get this injury sorted out.
So which part was it? What hurt?
Well, I actually have arthritis in my big toe, and it doesn't bend very well, which makes running a bit weird. And then if you try and put a bit of speed into it, then it doesn't really like that. I was limping as soon as I came out the ski erg, I was limping. Then when I got round that to the sleds push, I found that difficult, which I really shouldn't. That is kind of what should be my strong point. Then I kind of hobbled round a lap, and then another lap, and I did the half, and come to the sled pull and thought, nah, I'm just going to walk on, and that's what I did.
Sometimes you've got to realise it's just not a great day at the office.
Absolutely, that's it. But it's one of them things. It's you have the sort of high points and the low points, and I expected this a little bit. I'd hoped it didn't happen, but you had to go out there and try.
So what do you plan from this moment?
I've got to carry on doing my drills that I'm doing with my foot, trying to get some more mobility in my toe. Possibly look at some shoes that don't flex as much, that might allow me to do that kind of stuff, but then again it kind of grates against everything that I like to do and I believe in, that full mobility, trying to help the body heal itself by giving it more space. Maybe I just leave the sprints and the toe pushes, that kind of stuff that's really like pulling the other muscles apart. You know, the toe sort of, it's painful, but it kind of has an effect on the rest of the chain. And, well, it's more sprint and fast stuff that really does it in. I either don't do it or I do something else, I'm not sure.
So I think this is your first Hyrox event. What do you think of the atmosphere?
Absolutely brilliant atmosphere. Atmosphere is just superb. There's lots of new people, lots of faces I know, loads of people coming up to me and saying hello, which is always fantastic at any event. And you know, it's one of them things. It's people that I've known for years in the game, and people that I've known, you know, that are new to me, which is great.
So what are your next plans in terms of your next event, tour or Lowing?
I actually haven't got anything booked other than Manchester, obviously, and then there's stuff in the summer, which is hopefully long enough away for me to be fully fixed. Manchester, I'm not too sure about. It's sort of dubious. I might just go and volunteer instead, see how we go. I'm not going to go in if I feel exactly how I feel.
Well, you could potentially come and do mixed relay.
That could be fun. Yeah, that is potentially very true.
And that's not a plug for me to try and get a teammate, but
it's always worth a try.
So, in terms of your sponsors, I know you have a couple, and you never mention them at all. Would you like to give them a shout out?
I hardly ever mention Voom Nutrition. Of course, they're always very useful. And if you haven't tried them yet, the code for a brand new household is LAUNCH30. And if you are a UK OSF member, there is a 20% discount that is there to use every time.
It's almost like you rehearsed it, folks.
And obviously, if you want to go and look for a pair of socks that actually hold your house key when you go for a quick run around town, then look at Socky UK and innovate. You know, you can't go wrong. You know.
So, Steve, any final thoughts? Anything to mention?
Final thought is everyone smashed it today. I brought 2 people with me, only 2 people I could manage to scratch from Cumbria. Maybe I just don't know enough people in Cumbria. I'm too busy doing obstacle racing, and you know. But they did absolutely brilliant. So Rudy, he came and did the pro, and he finished it in 1 hour 15. Absolutely smashed it. Did brilliant. It's his first event. He's coming back. He'll be there. You watch out for Rudy in Manchester. He's going to really smash it. And of course, Megan, she did the Hyrox Women. She should do the pro. I keep telling her she should do the pro. I think it was an hour 12 she did it in. So absolutely smashing it again. Look out for them too.
Fantastic. And Steve, thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm going to bring more next time.
I'm Stuart Kilmartin. I'm from Chorley in Lancashire.
Oh, a fellow Northern lad. I'm happy to hear that. So what have you been up to today?
I've been come down to Birmingham doing the Hyrox 2021.
Fantastic. So you did the male, I believe?
I did the male open age, yep.
And how'd you get on?
Fantastic. 6 minutes off my time at London, so a lot of positives, a lot of negatives to work on, but having said that, we'll take the positives, and it was a quicker time. Really enjoyed it.
A quicker time's impressive, because people are telling me it's a bit harder today.
It was a bit harder in places. It was really hard, but you know, the marshals, as per usual, the organisation from Hyrox and the marshals are all fabulous, really supportive, and you know, they get you through it as well.
Fantastic. And in regards to sled push, did you find that any harder today?
Absolutely, yeah, it was. I don't know whether it was the carpet or whether it was the actual sled itself. We found it a lot harder today on the sled push and the sled pull than what it was in London.
And what was your favourite zone today?
I have got to say, my favourite zone, although a lot of people don't like it, it's the burpee broad jumps.
That's got to be OCR related. I
am OCR related, absolutely. Yep, so you get in a rhythm and you just grind it out.
Yeah, it's about 30 burpees, I think, if based on my counting.
It is about 30 burpees, yeah, and obviously it's not the ordinary burpee because you've got the jump in the middle as well.
So, in terms of least favourite?
That's got to be the lunge, and that's only because obviously I'm a man of a certain age and I've got bad knees, so obviously it's all right going down, it's getting up at the other end on my right knee that's the problem.
Yeah, and also the sandbag is a bit weird.
It is, depending on what sandbag you pick up. Sometimes it's overloaded at one end rather than the other, so it is quite weird as well. And I think the handles are in very strange places, so you can't actually get comfortable with the handles either.
Although I think a friend of ours from the OCR community was over there today. So obviously she was checking that everyone was doing it right. So what about wall balls? How did they go?
The wall balls are really good. Apart from the wall balls, the Wolverson wall balls are the most fantastic wall balls in the world, and I've got to say, because they are really reliable. The unfortunate thing is with the Wolverson wall balls is there's no grip on them, and obviously because you've done a lot of the other competition and they're right at the end, they are very slippy, and unless you get a reasonable amount of chalk on, they tend to like pushing a ball as a bar of soap.
So how did you find the running?
And the running was fine, really good. And again, with the Hyrox organisation, it's fantastic. Obviously, it's got to be 3 laps, but again, a lot of people struggle thinking, how am I going to manage the 3 laps? But you've got the big scoreboard and the big information board that actually tells you you've done lap 1, lap 2, you're into lap 3, you're next going to workout zone, X number, whatever it is. So it's really well organised.
I can probably guess what the answer is to this, but are you going to go to Manchester?
Absolutely, Manchester is booked. It's obviously, home turf for us.
Oh, very, very much so. In fact, no need for a hotel there.
Absolutely not.
So, what are your plans between now and Manchester?
Just to carry on, trying to get some really good training in. I might do some road runs. Obviously, we've got some really good road runs, obviously, around the northwest. There's the Wilmslow Christmas run, and a few of the local others, the cross country and stuff like that. And it's just doing a little bit of this, and obviously, Hyrox focused training.
So is there any particular station you're going to work on?
If I'm going to work on any, it will be keep going with the lunges, and again it's grinding out with the sled pull and push.
You might want to invest in a poor sandbag.
Yes, it probably is good to invest in a poor sandbag, give it a right good kicking, and then obviously then you know which one it is.
So have you got anything to plug, any teammates, anything?
Absolutely, the teammates are great. Obviously, we've got My Zone Fitness, which is a really good community. Anybody looking upgrading the kit, obviously My Zone Fitness. It's an alternative to some of the other mainline brands, but they're really good community, really good useful data. So check that out as well.
Fantastic! Thank you so much for your time.
You're more than welcome.
So I'm Kiara, and I'm from London.
Yeah, hi, I'm Tom, and I'm also from London. We're part of a team of friends who train together called Team Madness, and Kiara and I are both also UK ambassadors for Hyrox.
Fantastic. And what have you just done just now?
So we have just competed in our first mixed couples Hyrox event here in where are we? Birmingham. Yep.
So I believe you both individually did the individuals at London. How did you find it different to London compared to now?
Well, personally, I found the individuals a lot harder. There's a bit less strategy I found in the individuals, and in this one we really had to come up with a plan and work to each other's strengths, and that was actually really good fun to train for in the gym. And yeah, there were some surprises in there, some things that we thought my partner would do all of. We realised actually it's still better to split it, and it's more about factoring in when should each of us rest and who's running straight after their exercise and who's coming straight into the functional workout straight from the run, that sort of stuff. So yeah, it was really good fun.
So about the weights, I know it's a variation of the weights. How did you find the weights?
Well, so I found it a completely different event to the solos. The weights, for me, obviously they're lighter than the men's pro, and you get to share them. But then there's no point in a sense of putting all of the weights on me, because then I'm not as quick at the running as Chiara. So there's so much more strategy in terms of when I'm going to take a bit of the load and then Chiara comes in, but then me having enough to be able to keep up with her on the run. So it's a completely different sort of event I found to the individual.
Yeah, for me the weights, because I did individual pro, they were the same weights as individual pro. Saying that the functional workout that I struggle with the most is the sled pull, but this time because I got to share it with Tom, it didn't feel as bad as I thought it would, so that was a pleasant surprise.
So what was your main strategy going into this? Did you have a strategy before and a strategy that you made up during, or how did it go?
It was a little bit of both. We had quite a solid plan for each functional workout, who should start with it, who should do a number of distance or like reps. But then we also had a bit of leeway so that we would tap each other in and out if we needed to, to sort of not follow the strategy that we came up with in the gym.
Yeah, there were certain events that are my strength and certain events that are your strength. So we would try and dominate an individual would try and dominate in that event, but then take the other person would take a bit of slack off. So for the burpees, you probably did about 70-80% of the burpees, but then that 20% allowed you to sort of get your breath back, go back in there again strong. And then I could keep up with you on the runs. And similarly, I think with like the sled push and pull, in between when I was sort of gassed out, then you would take another sort of 10 meters, and then I could go back in again really strong. So I think we had quite a good strategy there, playing to each other's strengths, but then also making sure that each person had enough at the end to be able to sort of run at a similar pace so that the other person wasn't shooting off. And
I think the key thing with the doubles is you need to find a partner who is the same running pace as you.
Yeah.
I'd say that is probably the most important factor. We're at a sort of similar running pace.
That's it. There's no point in having someone who is incredibly quick if the other person's not going to keep up, or having someone who's super strong but then can't keep up on the run. So you have to both, I think, have that balance. But then there's always going to be an event that one of you is stronger and the other person's not, so you can pick it up.
So I'm curious. Today is the first day that we're going to do a mixed relay here. 4 people, everyone does 2. Are you tempted by that in Manchester, or?
We're actually going to do that today. We're going to try it. We've got a team, 2 other people who are doing the individuals as well. So it's it's the first time we've done it. It's going to be a bit of fun, but obviously we're going to go for it. We've got a bit of a break now. Again, I think that's going to be completely different because we're only doing, one run. So you're going to that 1 kilometre as fast as you can, and then just absolutely give everything to that event. Have a little break, then you do your second one. So it's going to feel very different, and I'm not sure yet how it's physically going to feel. In a way, it's shorter, so I'm looking forward to it, but it will probably kill us in some other different way that it'll be even worse somehow, but looking forward to that. And I think it's a new interesting dynamic as well to add, because you don't have to do all the 8 runs, so from that respect it's quite different.
I think it's a really good addition to Hyrox, because a lot of people, they're maybe interested in it, but even doubles might be too much for them, because it's 8 kilometres of running, which is, you still have to be happy to run that distance, whereas the relay, it's just 2 kilometres. Everyone can do 2 kilometres, even if you walk it, so it will give you that little taster, and it's a nice team event. I think it will open it up to a lot more people.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at doing that in Manchester, fingers crossed. So have you guys got any sponsors, anything you'd like to plug?
No particular sponsors, apart from obviously we love Hyrox and our team at home, Team Madness, and they're going to all be joining us in Manchester as well, and they were with us in London. Anything for you?
Same. We love Hyrox.
Thank you so much, Team Madness, for your time, and well done.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
My name's Olivia Lukasewich. I'm from Canada.
Oh, wow, all the way from Canada. What brings you to our fair nation today?
Well, I'm a school teacher, so I got a job in England, and that was about 4 years ago. So just living in London, loving it.
Fantastic. So what have you done today?
I did the women's pro competition in Hyrox.
And I think you did okay today, yeah?
Yeah, I'm proud of myself, honestly. I came in first, so...
Awesome job. So how did it feel like to be the champion of Birmingham at Women Hyrox?
I can't believe it still. I've been doing a lot of training, and it's paid off.
And that training, I think we're aware of your coach. Should we just plug her?
Absolutely. So we got Jade Skillen. So she's been training me for a month and a half maybe now. And I had a little bit from her for the London Hyrox event, but we've really been like buckling down for this one, and I've seen a 4-minute improvement in my time, so that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, if that's not a great advertisement for Jade's skills, I don't know what is. And Jade was there as well today. So in terms of London compared to here, what did you find different?
Well, first of all, the music here was louder, so I think everyone was like, the vibe is pretty good here. For me personally, in London, the sleds were really challenging, but here they moved okay, which is quite contrary to what a lot of other people are saying. They're actually saying, oh, these ones were a lot harder and stickier. What else was different?
How are the wall balls?
Oh, man. Well, it's the last thing, so you've just got to be tough mentally. That was a difference, actually. Last time, I think I wasn't as mentally tough. In the wall balls, I was dropping it when I said, oh, you need to do a set of 10, but really I would only get 7. And today, it was neck and neck at the end with the other girl who came in second. Lucy's her name. So just being like super mentally tough and making sure you don't get no-repped.
Yeah, how is that? I know you had like a 30 rep advantage on her heading in, but how is it having someone next to you?
It was a lot nicer when when I had the place to myself. But it pushes you to continue to pick up that ball a little bit quicker than you might have if you didn't have somebody beside you. And she went unbroken for about 50. It was crazy. So I knew that I had to keep pushing and make sure that I could do it as fast as possible.
Yeah, I say this to a few people. As a spectator sport, the wall balls are great, but I'm not sure how it is in terms of actually doing it.
Yeah, it's not nice.
So, what is your favourite workout station generally?
Well, I like the running, so I know that's not a station, but that is my favourite part of the whole thing. It allows me to catch my breath a little bit. I've been training a lot for the rowing and the ski, so actually I might say those ergs are some of my favourite stations. Yeah, I
understand from your coach, sorry she ratted you out a bit, I understand you have a different athletic background to a lot of the ladies here?
Yeah, I'm actually like a little carbon copy of her. So we both played football, and I played football for 21 years. So that's my background. So I do like the running. I can run for 90 minutes, so, I can run for an hour here.
So they have football in Canada?
Sure do. Didn't we win the Olympics? Hello?
Yeah, we don't talk about that so much. So when you did play football, where did you play?
So I played for Charlton Athletic when I came here, actually. And then, unfortunately, I was unable to continue. The FA changed the rules based on the visa that I had, and just one day I showed up to train. I was working through an injury, and my managers just came over and said, what visa do you have? Oh, I'm sorry, we can't keep you anymore. It was awful. So I had to pick up something new, and doing running and OCRs and stuff like Hyrox has been, it's more than a filler. It's a new passion. So the transition's been okay.
Yeah, they're a bit addictive, especially OCRs.
Yeah, I've done the World Championship OCRs 2 years ago, and I did one Spartan in Twickenham, the stadium one, and I would plan to do other ones. So
what do you have planned for, rest of this year, early next year?
I'm going to Manchester, and I'm going to the April 30th London Hyrox when it comes back. I'm going to do one more pro individual, I think. And then I'm going to do one with one of my really good friends, Kiara Borg. She was in a team, actually, and they won the mixed doubles today. So I think we're going to do a mixed, or just the women's doubles. Yeah, that'll be good.
It sounds like you might do okay.
I'm thinking we have a good shot. Yeah.
No pressure, of course.
No. I mean, it's just two girls running around out there having fun.
That's true. So have you got anything to plug? Any sponsors? Any people you'd like to say?
Well, obviously Jade. I'd like to say the GE lab. So my buddy George, he does Hyrox training out of his house actually. He has souped up his garage and it's pretty awesome. And so I did, before I even discovered Jade, I did a lot of sessions with him. He's just a lovely guy. So plug for him.
And any final words? Any closing?
I'm just going to say I'm really proud to represent Team Madness. It's a group of people. We've probably got 30 or 40 people on our team, and we just love each other like family, and we're so supportive, and they're the reason that I come out to do anything, really. So, yeah, big up to them.
Thank you so much.
No worries, thank you.
So we're here with the male winner. Tell us who you are, where you're from.
Hello, I'm Martin Michelius, and I'm from Germany, Munich.
So, Martin, well, you had a good day today, didn't you?
Yes, it was a good day. My legs was very good, and it was a fast run for me, and everything was okay.
So, what was your time eventually?
My time was 1 hour and 4 minutes. It was good, but I want to do maybe 1 hour, 1 minute, 2 minutes, but it was okay.
Was there any particular station that was a bit harder than you expected?
Yes, it was the sled pull. In Germany, it was very easy for me, the sled pull. Here in England it was very heavy, and yet it was a heavy exercise.
Yeah, I heard a few people say that the London one was slightly easier. So in terms of the other stations, what was your favourite?
The other station was easy like in Germany, but the sled pull and the sled push, it was very, very heavy, yes.
So are you going to go to Vegas?
Yes, I go to Vegas, but I have to do better time because I want to start in the elite race, and you have to put 1 hour 2 minutes for the time.
So are you going to do some more German events then, before then?
Yes, maybe next week in Stuttgart. Then I want to come to England, back to Manchester and Munich. It's possible to make this, yes.
Well, Manchester's lovely.
Yes, I want to come to Manchester and to smash down the competition.
Well, thank you so much for your time, and good luck in Manchester.
Thank you, and nice to meet you.
So I'm here with the mixed relay winners. So guys, who are you? Where are you from?
So that's the world record holders. My name is Ben Gregory. I'm Jamie Gillen.
Naomi Heff and Emily Heff.
So how do you find it today?
Yeah, I mean it was great. We're fortunate enough to be able to take part in 2 events each, which was good. So we started off with the doubles earlier in the day and finished with the mixed relay. And I think all round we went pretty well across all events. So yeah, pretty happy with it all.
Yeah, same for myself and Emily. We started with the female doubles, and yeah, it was a nice little warm up to get us ready for the relay. And actually, I think we kind of went quite rogue with the tactics and on the relay. So a couple of us didn't have as much rest. I think it was it Emily and Jamie didn't have much rest before their next event in it. So yeah,
I think we played to our strengths a little bit though. Although we didn't have a lot of rest, we still did the movements that we all knew we were strong at. So we smashed it for that reason.
I think just in general with the whole turf game style of training, it does. I mean, we have to throw in a lot of strategy with the type of turf games events that we've been doing lately. So it was good to bring that to Hyrox. I mean, both me and Ben have done and Em have done the individual in the past. And yeah, doing the relay definitely took a lot more strategy and tactics, so it was good to put that into play and use some of that turf games experience. That's
it. And just much rather enjoyed the pairs version, having that camaraderie, like being there out on the field with someone. When he was struggling, I tried to push the pace on. Likewise, if I was finishing on an event and he pushed the pace, I just had to hang on. So being out there on the field with one of your mates is it's a lot more fun than being out there solo.
Yeah, so how did you just mentioned on it there, so the relay was a little bit different to going for doubles?
I mean, yeah, absolutely, because when you're doing your bit in the event, you have to absolutely smash it, but you know that at least it's only 5, 6, maybe 7 minutes of work, and you get that rest before your next push, as opposed to being in the doubles where it's a bit more kind of you go, I go, you get a bit of rest, and you're working your engine a bit more there. So very different kind of style of pace there.
Yeah, the intensity in the relay, it was like sky high. Like I was absolutely hanging on with like lactic in the running compared to where you're setting off for an hour-long workout and the runs have to be like really measured. So you can just give your all on the run, hold on in the event that you're doing, and then just give everything for your team and hand the reins on to the next person.
So, what would you think in terms of mixed relay? What guidance would you give to someone who may or may not be thinking about doing it in Manchester?
Well, I don't know. Everyone's got their strengths and weaknesses, and this is an opportunity where you can get a team together and play to everyone's strengths. You can, divvy up the Hyrox workout as you like, and it's a great intro to the event.
Yeah, like there was a complete mix of abilities out there. So there were some real pro teams, and then there were some entry-level teams as well. And you just compete against yourself. Like no one's any better than you. You're just doing better than you did yesterday. So I would say just give it a go. No pressure. There's no pressure to win. You know, if you lose, so what? You did it. You got it done. One under your belt, and then get another one.
So I always ask this: what are your plans next? What's for the rest of the year? What's for 2022?
Vegas, baby! Vegas.
Yeah, so we've all qualified for the Vegas World Championships today as pairs. So it's going to be having a look at how much time we've got, probably getting our heads down, trying to get together and train because we're all in different parts of London and train at different gyms. But I think what paid off was being able to work together a little bit in the lead up. And obviously Naomi and Emily are sisters, the strongest sisters in the game. So they know each other really well. And Jamie and I got a few opportunities to do that. So more training together, just understanding each other and just putting a lot of work in before the next one.
Yeah, definitely get a few more runs under our belt. It's very much a runner's workout, especially the pairs. You definitely need to make sure that you've got that strong engine on the run, because I think that's where we lost a little bit of time compared to some of the other pairs.
Yeah,
so
equally, you've got to work on your movements as well. But yeah, it's an all-rounder workout.
Yeah, I think it's just getting that time, that workout, and that length of time under the belt. So more of that and more training together. And few combines in the winter. Yeah, that's coming up, and then obviously we're all going to go to Vegas.
Fantastic. So now I'll just ask: have you got anything to plug? I know you've mentioned Turf Games this year, but any sponsors, anything else?
Definitely. My Zone Moves, keeping our heart rate in check. So they're a big sponsor of Turf. And great bunch of people, and without them, I mean, we always train with our heart rate monitors, and it's just great to have them behind us and getting us involved in these type of events as well. So, a big shout out to My Zone Moves and the team there.
So, any final words? Anything else you'd like to say?
Just a big thanks to Christian and all the team bringing Hyrox over. It's not something that was on the radar this time last year, so having it come over to the UK and putting on not only 3, I think they've just added another London date, so that's going to be amazing. And lots of people have been asking on Instagram, like when we've plugged the training and plugged the events, about how amazing and fun it looks, and it absolutely is. So I recommend anyone, if you can get down to a gym where you can just practice a few of the movements, then you're more than ready to go. So big thanks to the Hyrox team for coming over and putting on such great events.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Vegas, baby.
So there we go, guys and girls. Didn't Ian do a great job? Amazing how we got all the winners. I was shocked. And Ben, Gregory, Naomi and Emily, world record holders. Hyrox is going from strength to strength. Anyway, as you can probably hear, I'm not going to talk much because I'm still struggling to talk. Thanks for listening. Don't forget, Swift Half comes out every Friday. Yep. Obstacle Racing Awards coming out this week. Get ready to vote. I'm so excited for that. They've got to raise my voice again, and then my voice starts to go. Every Monday you've got your interviews with me and sometimes with Ian, and we've got something new coming in the new year, hopefully. Yeah, it's still in early talks, but you've heard it here first. Be prepared for this, what's coming in the new year. In the meantime, guys and girls, you all stay safe, keep on running. Thanks for listening, and I love you all. Speak soon. Bye.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. chase the leading eyes.